Welcome to Motor Max, your ultimate destination for everything two wheels. Today, we're diving deep into the raw, stripped-down essence of Harley Davidson's urban cruiser, the 2025 Iron 883. Known for its old-school charm, minimalist design, and aggressive attitude, the Iron 883 has long held a special place in Harley's lineup. But what does the 2025 model bring to the table? Is it still the rugged street machine we know and love, or has Harley given it a modern twist? Let's find out. A legacy of rebellion. Before we get into what's new for 2025, let's quickly revisit the legacy of the Iron 883. Introduced as part of Harley's Sportster family, the Iron 883 made its debut in 2009. It quickly became a fan favorite thanks to its blacked-out styling, low-slung silhouette, and raw, mechanical feel. For many riders, especially those just entering the Harley world, the Iron 883 has been a gateway drug, offering that signature Harley rumble in a smaller, more manageable package. It's the kind of bike that doesn't beg for attention, it demands it. And over the years, Harley has stuck closely to that formula. But in 2025, subtle but meaningful changes are giving this iron beast a fresh edge. Design and styling. Classic meets modern. At first glance, the 2025 Iron 883 still looks like the rebellious cousin of the Harley family. The design remains clean and compact, with a blackout finish from the wheels to the exhaust. Harley knows its audience here. This is a bike for those who appreciate understatement with an edge. That said, there are a few aesthetic upgrades. The fuel tank now features a sleeker graphic package that blends retro vibes with modern lines, while the LED lighting setup gives the front end a slightly more refined, tech-savvy look without losing that aggressive stance. The rear fender has also been shortened slightly, giving the bike an even more muscular posture. Color options for 2025 include a matte graphite gray, deep crimson red, and a murdered-out black denim finish that looks especially menacing under streetlights. It's not a dramatic redesign, but then again, the Iron 883 was never meant to be flashy. It's about attitude, and Harley knows not to mess with that formula too much. Engine and performance, the heart of the beast. The biggest question surrounding the 2025 Iron 883 is under the tank. And yes, the air-cooled 883 cubic centimeters Evolution V-twin engine is still at the core. This is both a strength and a potential limitation. Let's start with the positives. The Evolution engine is a classic, tried and tested over decades. It produces around 51 horsepower and 54 lb-ft of torque, giving you enough grunt for city cruising and weekend rides on the open road. The throttle response is instant, and that unmistakable Harley rumble is still very much alive. It's a visceral experience, the kind of mechanical soul that's been engineered out of many modern bikes. However, in a world that's rapidly moving toward liquid-cooled, more refined engines, the Evolution is starting to feel its age. It lacks the smoothness of Harley's newer Revolution Max platform and doesn't meet Euro 5 emission standards, which limits its availability in certain markets. That said, for riders who value raw feel over refinement, the Iron 883 is still an absolute blast. Handling and ride comfort, urban warrior. The Iron 883 has always been designed for the urban jungle, and in 2025, that hasn't changed. Its low seat height of just 25.7 inches makes it incredibly accessible for riders of all sizes. The bike feels planted and confident, especially at lower speeds, which makes it perfect for city commutes or weekend cafe runs. Harley has tweaked the suspension slightly for 2025, providing a bit more give in the rear shocks, which helps absorb those pesky potholes. But don't expect a plush ride, this is still a hard-edged cruiser. On longer rides, you'll definitely feel the bumps, and aggressive cornering isn't where the Iron excels. The drag-style handlebars give the rider a forward-leaning posture, adding to the aggressive feel, but after about an hour in the saddle, you may start to feel it in your lower back. That's part of the charm. The Iron 883 makes no apologies. It's not here to coddle you. It's here to challenge you. Technology and features, minimalist by choice. In terms of tech, Harley Davidson is staying true to the Iron 883's bare-bones aesthetic. The 2025 model keeps things minimal: a single analog speedometer with an integrated digital display, no touchscreen, no rider modes, and no ride-by-wire. There is, however, standard ABS for added safety, a welcome inclusion for urban riders. And while some may scoff at the lack of rider aids, it's important to remember the Iron 883's target audience: riders who want a mechanical connection with the machine, not a digital interface. For those seeking cruise control, smartphone integration, or adaptive ride modes, there are other Harleys in the lineup. But if you're here for raw, analog riding, the Iron 883 has you covered. Price and final verdict. The 2025 Harley Davidson Iron 883 is priced around $11,999 depending on options and dealer fees. That puts it squarely in the mid-range cruiser market, competing with bikes like the Indian Scout Bobber and Yamaha Bolt R-Spec. Is it the most powerful? No. Is it the most high-tech? Definitely not. But that's never been the point. The Iron 883 is about attitude. It's about rolling up to a stoplight and feeling the engine shake beneath you. It's about the growl of the exhaust echoing off city buildings. It's about the stripped-down, unapologetic nature of riding a true cruiser. If you're looking for a sleek, modern machine loaded with features, this might not be your bike. But if you want character, rawness, and a visceral ride that connects you to decades of Harley history, then the 2025 Iron 883 is still very much worth your time. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2025 Harley Davidson Iron 883. What do you think? Has Harley done enough to keep this legend alive, or is it time for a full overhaul? Drop your thoughts in the comments, we'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss another ride with MotorMax, where passion meets pavement. Thanks for watching, and ride safe out there. Technology and features, minimalist by choice. In terms of tech, Harley Davidson is staying true to the Iron 883's bare-bones aesthetic. The 2025 model keeps things minimal: a single analog speedometer with an integrated digital display, no touchscreen, no rider modes, and no ride-by-wire. There is, however, standard ABS for added safety, a welcome inclusion for urban riders. And while some may scoff at the lack of rider aids, it's important to remember the Iron 883's target audience: riders who want a mechanical connection with the machine, not a digital interface. For those seeking cruise control, smartphone integration, or adaptive ride modes, there are other Harleys in the lineup. But if you're here for raw, analog riding, the Iron 883 has you covered. Price and final verdict. The 2025 Harley Davidson Iron 883 is priced around $11,999 depending on options and dealer fees. That puts it squarely in the mid-range cruiser market, competing with bikes like the Indian Scout Bobber and Yamaha Bolt R-Spec. Is it the most powerful? No. Is it the most high-tech? Definitely not.